This is my next monthly update video, and I'm going to try to make this as short as possible compared to my other videos that are long. I'm going to try to. So here we go. The last month, what's been happening is actual HRT wise has not, it's like the HRT is doing what hormones are supposed to do in the body, but like physical changes, like puberty type physical changes, have not been happening. Those seem to have been done and over with. So how I've been getting further changes is how I've been trying to gain weight. I've actually started gaining a lot. When I seen the nutritionist last, we discussed things and changed stuff in my diet, and I've been gaining weight since. I'm about 2 pounds off of my goal weight to get to, and these last few pounds, it's just been a struggle to get there, but I overall feel a lot better. Like physically I feel better, because usually if my weight goes down to a certain point, I feel like crap. But since the weight's been up, it's I haven't been feeling like I was before, especially mentally surrounding my physical like body, where it should be compared to where it was, and compared to last year where it was. I feel closer and closer to where it's like the mind-body connection, where it knows my body's supposed to be, especially the hips and butt and my breasts, especially those areas. It feels more right. It feels more where it's supposed to be. I just wish through the tummy area here, it'd be the shape that it is, but not add. So I don't need anything being added here. It's mostly here and down here. So what's been happening is, how I've been noticing a lot of these changes is, either I'm using the bathroom, sitting on the toilet, I can see like down here, the fullness here in this area, or just sitting in a chair or the couch, or like how I am right now. I just noticed that fullness like down here more, and through here, and when I've been getting dressed in the morning or getting ready for bed, I notice, like, especially when I first wake up in the morning, it's like through all here, it's been feeling a lot bigger and fuller. So, yeah. So what's been going on was how I changed my diet. I switched from just the low fat or no fat yogurt to the full fat plain Greek yogurt, because the plain has more calories in it and it has more of the fats. So that's helping, and adding like frozen fruit in it and letting it thaw out. And when it thaws out, it becomes like more mushy, so I can pretty much squish it into like a sauce into it. So And the other thing been adding was chia seeds and flax meal. Flax meal because your body can't absorb flax seeds if it's not ground up. So, been adding that to it. And also been adding the flax and the chia seeds to my breakfast, like oatmeal. And pretty much the protein been eating. Well, oatmeal with milk as well. And cinnamon, because cinnamon helps regulate the blood sugar. And if your blood sugar is regulated properly, not spiking, because when your hormones and like combined with your blood sugar spiking, if it spikes, your body tends to add bad fats and whatnot. But if it's not spiking, it's the good fats. Your body tends to store more or use more and whatnot. So yeah. And the proteins, I can say, been eating sausage patties, 2 of them. I just look for the one that has the higher amount of calories in it and do 2. And that's been helping. And a big, big thing I didn't really want to have to do, that's been helping because of some of the additives in it. I started drinking Boost very high calorie, which has 530 calories. It's my afternoon snack. That was recommended to either have a smoothie or a shake at that because drinking calories, you're able to get it in easier than eating it. So I've been adding that, which it's 8 fluid ounces and has 530 calories. Designed for people that have a hard time getting nutrition in and people who need to gain weight. So it's more expensive. Had to get it online because I can't get in the store easily. So yeah. So I've been doing that every single day for about almost a month. Yeah. About a month. So that's been helping. Been trying to get an evening snack in. Getting more calories into what I'm burning. So yeah. That's what I've been doing. And it's been helping to gain doing that. And my breakfast has been the biggest meal of the day. And like lunch and dinner has been small, but having those small little things like smaller meals throughout the day has been helping those. So I'm getting enough food, even though my lunch and my dinner seems to be smaller than what I used to eat. I'm still getting enough nutrition and trying my best to get enough water in. And I've been noticing my weight tends to fluctuate, hasn't as much recently, but with my water weight, it's within 3 pounds. But recently, I'm getting enough water where it's not fluctuating within 3 pounds, it's been within 1 pound. So, yeah. So that's happening. But the one thing about transition, no one told me something I wish I would have known sooner that it's not really talked about. Once HRT does what it's going to do, you have to gain weight to get any more further changes. And at the same time, nobody told me weight gain was going to hurt because as I was gaining, my butt was hurting at times, my hips were hurting a little bit, and my breasts are currently because the breast growth I've been having is from the weight gain and it hurts right now and it's not fun right now having this pain. but they're growing, they're getting there. And yes, the hormones do help to tell fat and tissue and whatnot to do what it's supposed to do as I'm gaining weight. So yes, the hormones are helping that way, but the actual gains from the hormones aren't helping. So yeah. So that's what's going on physically with my body right now. So other than that, that's the transitional part of my body right now, what's going on. And everything's going good with my braces. Had my appointment yesterday. They took out the spring. The gap where the spring was, they're closing that gap. Then my next appointment, they're going to do a whole readjustment on everything to finally close the gap from where I'm at now. I was told it's going to be around 12 to 18 months, little over a year. So that's going on with that. So yeah. Other than that, no other real big changes right now. So if you're wondering, this is what my body looks like now with the black shirt on. It's kind of hard to tell, so I'm going to do this. I do have a camisole on, a cami. So this is what they look like. If you're wondering, this is the fullness, what it looks like. So yeah. Last I measured, if you want to know, last I did measure my hips, butt area 38 inches, waist 32. Even though this area is filled in, my waist is still 32 inches. And my bust measurement, well, when I do my bust measurement, I use the website a bra that fits so I get more accurate sizing. My band size is still 32. My leaning bust has gone up to about 42 inches, and my laying bust measurement has gone up half an inch. It's at 41 and a half, and my standing has not changed. That was about 41 last time and a half that I measured. So I'm still trying to get those two to be 42 inches. So where it currently is when I last measured a few weeks ago, I was saying I'm back up to 32 IJ, like I/J. I'm trying to get back to that J range. But what I'm trying to get to is the full, like get there and get the huge fullness. So my breasts don't just measure that sizing, but look and fit that sizing by the fullness. I'm trying to get that fullness in there as well. So it looks and fits that sizing. Because if I go by my bust sizing, usually the garments are too big. And I go by my waist, then it fits perfectly. So yeah, I'm trying to get the fullness there with everything, gaining weight. So if that's that, if you wanted to know those details. So yeah, my body's filled in more, my face is filled in more. It's causing so much gender euphoria to the point where that's what's making me cry lately. I look in the mirror, I see my body, I feel my body just going like this. I can feel the fullness in my chest, like my breasts. Sitting there, I notice my hips and my butt filled in and just that fullness. It's causing so much gender euphoria that I end up crying at times because my body feels more right than what I ever had before. Feels more right than the last time my weight was up here because I have more fullness is the reason why, especially here and down here. And it's my tummy area when I'm standing, it's more of that feminine like shape going this way, how it curves. So yeah. So other than that, that's what's happened, what's going on health wise. A few other issues. Last I seen the doctor, or it's just one issue I'd like to talk about quickly because it's not talked about very often with post-op trans women. I haven't heard any post-op trans women really talk about this, which is very important because there's not much updated information wise out there because there's too much of the old studies and old information on how the surgery is compared to the new way they do the surgery and how more functional it is. People keep going back to the old stuff and claiming based on old stuff instead of based on the new. From my experience, after getting over that bacterial vaginosis, I still having discharge, but the discharge, like the vaginal discharge, is more normal vaginal discharge, just like cis women, how they have different kinds of discharge throughout their monthly cycle. With my hormones, how my body does the hormone cycle, just taking the estrogen and progesterone, how it's just naturally doing a cycle. I noticed my vaginal canal, the fluids are linked to the cycle, how it's been. Except for like bleeding and whatnot, because that can't happen. Other than that, what I've been noticing is when I've been dilating the last 2 times, and how when I had the bacterial vaginosis, the that creamy white discharge that was coming out, I had that yellowness in it. Well, the yellow is gone. The bacterial vaginosis is gone. But that, like a lotion consistency is the best way I can describe it. But that discharge, the doctor said that's normal. As long as there's no other colors or weird smells or other colors in it, that's normal. Then as I did research, that happens like before, like right before and right after a woman's like cycle, like period per se. Like, because I can't actually have like the bleeding part of the period, but I have everything else that happens hormone wise. That's been happening. So, yeah. So I'm like, if it's not a real vagina, even though it's surgically done, if it's not actually functional and not an actual vagina, then how come mine's functioning exactly almost 100%? Almost. I'm not going to say it's 100% like, because it isn't, but close to as a cis woman. And the thing is, I haven't been taking the probiotic, the vaginal blend version, the happy hoo-ha from Ollie. So, yeah, so that's not adding anything. This is all naturally what my body's doing since I stopped taking that. So, yeah. And it's not the only kind of discharge I've been having. I've been having like the clear liquid kind that a lot of women end up finding on their underwear, and the thick white kind. So, yeah, that's what I've been noticing with the functionality of the vaginal canal. Other than really sensitive, that's what's been happening. So that's why I wanted to talk about that, because it's not talked about very often. Post-op trans women's vaginal discharges that happen throughout the month. I'm experiencing it as closely similar to a cis woman as possible that can happen. So yeah, other than that, everything's good, healthy. Had my appointment with the doctor. Everything's good. Like, even though I'm on the lowest dose of the estrogen injection, I'm still in the normal range. I'm not at the lower end. I'm more on the higher end, like the middle, more towards the middle end. Yeah, more on the middle end of the range should be. So, yeah, that's what's happening. That's what's going on. Everything's good. So, yeah. And that's what I've noticed and what I wasn't told about things when I didn't start HRT. What would happen that I'm experiencing? I was never told I would experience what my vaginal canal's doing, fluid wise, like discharge wise, and having to gain weight to get more changes. So, other than that, until my next update video, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And until then, if you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer anything. So, until then, boop, biddy doop, boop.